Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the opportunity that people all around the world really have been looking for. That opportunity is in the form of MassCryp. I'm going to go into exactly what that is and how you can benefit from that shortly, but just know MassCryp is a new cryptocurrency. Moving forward, it's got the opportunity to be the digital coin in the space that it's specialized in. So MassCryp's a new cryptocurrency coming out real soon. Now, most people have heard of Bitcoin, or a lot of people haven't. And, it's getting more and more in the news, because the price of Bitcoin has just soared. We're just at the time of this recording at the end of 2017, the price of Bitcoin soared this year. People originally could buy at cents and then dollars. Just at the time of this recording, in the last few days, it was tipping just below $20,000 per Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency is absolutely booming. It's here to stay. Bitcoin is, for me, Bitcoin was revolutionary. It created a revolution. Cryptocurrency is moving forward, but with MassCryp, we've got an evolution. So Bitcoin is the revolution. MassCryp is the evolution. So again, MassCryp, just so you know, what we're doing with this particular company and Mass and the project is they're creating the first decentralized advertisement platform with their own cryptocurrency. So effectively, merchants can come on board, and we've got people who got Mass all around the world are effectively the eyeballs and the network of the eyeballs. So there's a big database there, as you can imagine, as a building moving forward. But merchants can come on board, have one account, which can do video marketing through, e-commerce through, social media marketing through. So there's great value for them. People can then transact with the actual Mass coin through this portal. The portal's currently being built. It's going to be going live around about May time. We're at the initial coin offering for the actual coin itself for Mass. So just know, obviously, Mass can go on the exchanges, in early 2018. But then this is also going to make the coin stronger, because there's going to be a lot of transactions through here, because the idea with the portal, we've got the actual portal and everything's all built via a single blockchain. So the blockchain is going to be owned by Mass. So we're not, again, this is, for me, is one of our unique selling points. We're not one of those coins out there which have gone onto someone else's blockchain, which can be influenced by the other person's or company's blockchain, so to say. So we're not part of the Ethereum blockchain or any of the other blockchains. This will be our own blockchain for Mass. So again, so it'll be very fast, in terms of the speed. The efficiency is obviously going to be there. We're working on an 8 meg speed compared to, give you an example, Bitcoin's on a 1 meg speed. So again, it's going to be very fast for us. We're going to be able to mine a block. Don't wait if you don't know too much about the terms. Don't worry, but just know the speed and the prices and charges will be less, because we can mine a block in 15 seconds. With Mass, which will produce 32 coins. It's going to halve every 2 years, and they've got a 20-year rollout period for the coins, which is a total of 300 million. So they've got a long-term vision with this company. So they've developed, the blockchain's already developed. What people will be able to do, is also transact with the Mass coins that they have and hold, through the digital advertising portal. And I think that, for me, is one of the key elements that sets us different as well. Apart from our own blockchain, we're going to have the first decentralized advertisement portal linked with its own cryptocurrency. So it's a unique project. There's nothing out there like what we have at the moment. So again, very, very powerful, folks. The MassCryp project, obviously it's evolving. It's new at the moment. It's just at the ICO stage. There's lots of plans ahead, with the roadmap and how it's going to move forward. But just know as well, with our own blockchain, that the advertising portal, that for me sets us apart from a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that are out there. So very, very powerful. Also within the MassCryp system, people are going to get experience and education, about cryptocurrencies, about Bitcoin as we move forward. There's several income, and investment opportunities within this. Just to be clear, on this presentation, I'm not going to give any investment advice. It's just literally showing you what MassCryp actually is. There's going to be several ways people can generate, a return or an income, through the MassCryp company. People can invest in it, purchase coins, and who knows where it's going to be further down the line, or you purchase a mining pack. There's also a company, auto turnover sharing, which we're going to go over, shortly as well. And once Mass is on the exchanges, once the ICO is finished and Mass is on the exchanges, people will be able to trade the actual coin effectively, just like people can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum and many other coins that are out there. And in addition to that, with our company, people are going to have the opportunity to mine it themselves. So the great thing there is people will be able to mine it, not on the phones, it'll have to be on the PC with a certain spec. So moving forward, people will be able to mine the Mass coin, further down the line. Again, it's at the initial coin offering stage at this stage. So folks, just understand this as well. From one of the things that I love about this is there's a lucrative potential earning. We'll use the word potential, but again, the crypto space is so hot at the moment, and people can literally come on board with Mass for just $100. No monthly subscriptions. Purchase a mining pack. That's what people are purchasing, a mining pack, and it's got a cap return of up to 120%, which is including the capital. So it's $20 on the 100. So again, it beats the bank. Now, what we don't do, we don't fix the timeline, because it's obviously daily results, change, on a daily basis, the mining results. So just know it's going to continue mining that $100 pack until the total, including the capital, gets up to 120. The timelines, is the part that's actually not fixed. So folks, again, there's profit shares, within the company. I'm going to show, and there's also referral bonuses, which I'm going to cover as part of the business plan. But again, exciting times. We're creating our own Mass Connects community with all the people with the Mass, all the people in the network, around the world who can be transacting the Mass. So it's going to create a community where people can communicate with each other through the advertising platform. They'll be able to do peer-to-peer spending or peer-to-business spending, business-to-business, all using MassCoin as the mode of payment. And again, there's going to be the ability to, mine it further down the line. So exciting time, folks. But I'm just going to cover, also, how people can generate, income, if they wish to, just so it's absolutely clear, participation, in the compensation and the business plan is purely optional. If people wish, they can just purchase effectively the coin, and who knows where the price will be in the future. You do not have to be part of the actual business to purchase the coin, just to be clear on that. So what do people come on board get? What happens? So effectively, they pay $100, obviously that's going to the company, and that buys them a mining pack, which will give a daily return of up to, that's the key, up to 2%. Sometimes it might be just half a dollar, so 0.5%. It varies on a daily basis, and that builds up to a total capped return of 120%, like I mentioned earlier. That includes the capital. Again, timeline isn't fixed, and once you've achieved that, you can re-top up, and purchase another pack for $100. So you can let it roll through. You're not limited to just purchasing one pack. So once you've returned those funds, you can purchase another pack if you wish. But just know, if there's a time gap between when you actually top your account up, top your pack up, with an additional $100, any other volume that's been created, won't be generated within your system. So if there's a time gap between you receiving the total 120 and you re-topping it up, the volume between those days, the gapping days as we call them, the turnover won't be added. At the moment, the company's mining altcoins. Again, the powerful thing here is, again, that's a temporary thing. They've got the mining facilities, they've got the terminals and the mining altcoins, which is what's giving that return. But just understand that once Mass is on the exchanges, obviously the market will set the value. All the mining will be MassCryp. Why mine, another coin when you've got your own? So again, members can purchase Mass and hold it until it's on, tradable on the exchange. It's entirely up to themselves. So folks, that's basically what you get with the mining pack. In addition to that, there's a 15-level generation referral bonuses that can be paid. So let's say if you come on board, you purchase your mining packs, you're going to introduce it to people. If you're getting a good return, why keep that a secret? So you come on board, you introduce, somebody that they're called your level one, and anything that your level one does, is 5% to you. So they introduce a pack of $100, so that just like you do. You get 5% of that, so you get $5. And then your level one, your person, your direct, has introduced somebody else, which is your level two, you get 3%. Bear in mind, they get the 5%. And that goes down 15 levels. You can see 5, 3, then it's $2 down to level 7, then $1 from 8 to 13, and $0.50 for 14 and 15. So in this example, you come on board, you introduce Sue, you get 5% of Sue's $100 that she puts in for her mining pack. Sue introduces Steve, you get 3%, because Steve's put $100 in. Steve introduces Anne, you get 2%. So I think you can see how that works. So Sue to Steve to Anne, and again, that's the same, for everyone. But just understand, it's only, generated from your personal referral structure, and the 15 levels are actually paid daily, folks. So you'll see this in your back office, once you come on board. If you do, again, the choice is yours. Again, what we also have is the company turnover sharing. This is the auto sharing, and effectively what the company does is they put a percentage, of their revenue into the compensation plan, and that drops underneath you, once you've purchased your mining pack, as an example, whether you introduce someone or not. So you're referring of other people, to the mining pack, to the company, is completely optional. But this is how it works, basically. So if you want to generate this income that is available to you through the compensation plan, you've got to open up each level. So you've got 12 turnover levels available. And to open up a level, you've got to personally introduce, and refer, one pack sale. So again, if you imagine the volumes based on the sales of the mining packs, as you can see, a $100 mining pack, creates a login for somebody. So effectively, you introduce somebody who purchases a pack. If you do that, and you've got $1,500 worth of volume from, in terms of the company volume beneath you, you generate $20, and you get that the next day. So again, if you take the last 2 zeros off, it gives you an idea of the total number of packs, which is 15 beneath you, or 15 people, depending on how you do it. So 15 people, they don't have to be personally introduced by you. They can be introduced by anybody around the world. So this is based on the company turnover. To open up the second level, you've got to introduce another pack referral, which also opens up that. Then if you've got 7,500 volume beneath you, you get $40 the next day. You can see where I'm going with this. To open up each level, you have to have one personal direct. So to open up all 12 levels, you need to have 12 referrals, if you think about that. Then after you've done that, as long as the volume ticks the box as well, it's got to be both the referral and the volume. This is what you generate. So you can see 20, 40, 81, 60. They're paid, on the next day. And also the way it works is, if you look at add them together, that's $300. Half is currently paid in MassCryp in this part of the compensation plan, and half is paid in US dollars into your back office. So that generates you $300. If you introduce 4, in one day, that obviously you get that the next day. And then to open up level 5, you've got to have 60,000 volume, and so on, 120,000. You can see it increases each time, but as does the bonuses that you actually, benefit from. So it goes from 160 to 320, 600, then 1200, 14, 14, 14, and so on to level 12. Just one thing to bear in mind, once you've generated this, the withdrawal of that, or the transfer is what triggers the next level. So once you've withdrawn your level 4, or transferred your level 4, 15 days later, this drops into your back office as long as these 2 boxes have been ticked. And then once you've withdrawn that, if you do get to these levels, then 15 days later, then that shows in your back office. Just bear in mind as well, folks, there's different time zones all around the world. So some people it shows on the 15th day, depending where you are in the world. Sometimes it shows on the 16th day, because obviously the different time zones around the world. But the principle here is just understand it's automated, this system, and it just drops into your back office, and you will see it there. So if you added all that together, folks, your earning potential is 9,420 on this, half paid, in US dollars and half paid in mass, like I mentioned. So that's going to generate, 4,710 in USD. Now, just know, folks, again, moving forward, once we're on the exchanges, everything will show, in US dollars, in the back office, because that's the base currency that the company's using. But all, payments from there will be paid through MassCryp itself. So obviously, Mass will have a value on the exchanges at that time. So you'll just transfer that through into MassCryp, and obviously, because there's different currencies around the world, so they've had to choose the base currency in US dollars. So all your earnings will show in US dollars in your back office for all the parts of this compensation plan, but the mode of payment for that will be in mass. So again, at the moment, just bear in mind, just join the ICO, it's paid 50% in coin and 50% in USD. After the ICO, when we're on the exchanges, it will be all actually in USD, is how it's showing in the back office. Now, we've also got what we call a growth plan. Now, the growth plan is where people can put funds in if they wish to. Again, it's not compulsory, where, the company has got, obviously, the mining rigs, which do the mining, the altcoins, and obviously MassCryp moving forward. But they've also got a team, of cryptocurrency traders. So it's not Forex trading, it's cryptocurrency trading. And what they're doing is they're splitting, the funds you put in. Let's say there's a minimum initial amount to put in is $500. They're going to split that. Roughly 50% is going to go towards the mining. Roughly 50% is going towards the actual cryptocurrency trading. So it's also spreading the risk, because remember, any funds put into any sort of system, in terms of trading or mining, there's a risk involved. But just understand this. Now, what they've got is also a volatility software. The volatility software through the crypto trading and linked with the mining is going to give a return of up to, and the key here, folks, is up to 4%. Obviously, it can be less. It's not going to go more than that over a duration of 52 weeks. Now, there's no maximum limit for people who want to put in, but once you've done the minimum of 500, after that, you can put, $20 in or $100 in. You don't have to just, put the funds in once. And basically, the weeks just, starts from, when you put the funds in. So it's not like a Monday through Friday or something like that. So your weeks start once the funds have been put in there. Just know as well, within that the drawable funds over that 52 weeks, that includes your principal sum as well. So it includes that $500. So 4%, up to 4%. The key here is, on a weekly basis for 52 weeks, with this term of the growth plan. So the returns you get over that period includes your initial minimum of $500. Obviously, some people may put 1,000 in, some people may put more. Again, there's no fixed sum apart from the minimum of the $500. Now, there's also, some royalties that you can get. So let's say I introduce somebody who put a $500 in, then they're generating obviously that return like I've just mentioned. Over that 52 week, I will generate a 1% return on their capital as well. For a way of introducing fees. So again, that's powerful. So that's for 52-week duration as well. But just to know and understand that if I don't put a minimum of 500 in myself, I can't qualify for any bonuses for people I personally refer. So I've got to be in it to win with it as well, so to say. Again, so I can put a minimum of 500 in. I already have done, and then I'm topping it up as well, moving forward, with a program. So if somebody is an example, that you introduce someone and they put their 500 and you haven't yet, and then you do it 2 weeks later, it's not a problem. You just generate, your benefits on, on that over the 50 weeks because you already missed 2. So it doesn't backdate. So it's from when you put your funds in. But there's also a 9-level referral bonus, with the growth plan as well. And basically how it works, you get 5%, of the people you introduce. So let's say here I introduce someone called Matt, and Matt puts, $500 in as well, as the minimum as an example. I get $25. And if Matt introduces somebody who puts in $1,000, I get 2% of that. Matt would get 5%. So you can imagine it goes down. So I introduce one person who introduces, and so on. And that the referral starts at 5%, and you can see it drops to 2, then 1 for the next 3 levels, and then the last 4 levels is 0.5%. So again, remember to qualify from the referral levels and bonuses, you've got to put a minimum of $500 into the growth plan yourself. So that's a minimum. So folks, you can see that's got great potential, moving forward. Again, bear in mind, again, people can draw down, but if they draw funds down, obviously that reduces, the potential returns as well. So they've got a payout time frame, so people are clear. If you the mining, the income you generate on the mining. So let's say you generate $5, just to keep it simple. That's paid daily, so the mining, you can see it daily into your back office. The level income, again, so you can see that 15 level, that shows, into your back office as well on a daily basis. Now the turnover, how it works, I did show it on the slide. The first 4 levels, you receive that next day. And then after that, level 5 to 12, it shows 15 days after your last turnover transfer. With the growth plan, again, levels 1 to 9, all of that is daily, so you see it straight away. And also, just so people are aware, on the volatility software on the growth plan, it takes time obviously for the mining to build up and the cryptocurrencies to trade. So that's not instant, that's not that day. So it takes a couple of weeks. So basically, your first withdrawal will be available after 15 days. Bear in mind, it's kind of rolling. So then your return on the volatility software growth will be on a weekly basis. Again, folks, just to confirm, once the ICO is completely finished, all income will be paid in US dollars with MassCoin as the mode of payment. Now, folks, we've got the initial coin offering right now. So this is just for a temporary period. So anyone watching this video after the ICO is finished, then they can't, engage in the initial coin offering. That's the whole point. Once it's on the exchanges, it's on the exchanges. Now, it started on the 28th of November, so we're only into it for a few short weeks, really, and it's going to close, early in 2018. Now, the thing here, folks, is we don't know where it's going to go. It's December at the moment. We're looking at this. The coin price at the end of December, we don't know exactly what it's going to be. It's growing at, the time of this recording. Who knows? It could be $1.50. It could be $1. It could be 75 cents. This is, purely indicative of what we're showing you here. We don't know where the value of the coin is going to go moving forward. But wow, folks, on the initial coin offering, who'd have thought many years ago, the likes of Bitcoin would be where they are, and some of the other coins when they did their initial coin offering, that they would be where they are. So, folks, you can see on the screen, you've got some different scenarios. What if the coin goes to $15? What if the coin goes to $3.50 in a year's time? Again, once it's on the exchanges, folks, the market will set the actual value of the MassCoin. It's not us, it's the market, once it's on the exchanges. So this is purely for example purposes only. There are no guarantees, of the price at this stage because we don't know what the market's going to set it at. But the key for me is, folks, is you got to be in it to have the potential to benefit in the future. So I've got many, many tens of thousands of these MassCoins already myself. So imagine, let's say someone gets 10,000 coins as an example, just purely as an example. What if that coin went to $10? What if that coin went to $100? What if that coin went to $1 when you're buying it at the time of this recording, for around about 24 cents? Bear in mind that price is going to go up. So if you're watching this in 2-3 weeks and it's 50 cents, just know, that the price will go up throughout the ICO. So again, very, very powerful, folks. The potential of the coin. We've got our own blockchain, the advertising portal. We're in a massive sector. Advertising is always going to be here. People want to see, their companies in front of lots of people, and that's what this company is doing by creating the MassConnect community, the network community that goes along with it. That gives it a great chance, of being a solid coin, on the exchanges moving forward. Because if you can imagine all the people who are coming on board, whether it's just on the ICO and purchasing coins, or whether they're into the referral system as well, that's going to generate a lot of coins that people are going to transact in or trade in, which creates volume, which pushes the price of the coins up. So again, it's only potential at this stage. You're at the ICO, literally just a few short weeks in, folks, but we've got a huge opportunity right now, with MassCryp. Also, there's an ICO referral plan. So whether someone's in the business or not, if they want to, refer the coin to people they know, that's absolutely fine as well. Works just like, on one of the previous slides. But this is a 10 level. So let's say I purchase some coins, or I create an account off the ICO website. I get a referral link. I can send that referral link to someone I know. They don't have to be, referring it themselves. If they don't wish, they can literally just purchase the coin. And if they purchase the coin, I get 5% of the amount of what they purchase. Not in coins, I get it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. So it depends on what they pay. So to keep it simple, let's say someone spends $500 on purchasing coin and get whatever amount the coin is based on the price it is that day. They spent $500. I would get 5% of the $500. They still get the full total amount of coins. So it's not off them. It's the company saying, hey, we know and appreciate people are not going to market our coin out there unless there's a benefit for them. So I put a referral bonus system in, and that goes down 10 levels. So you introduce, in this mistake, let's say you introduce Steve, who spends $1,000, you're going to get $50. Yeah. And Steve introduces somebody else, you're going to get 2% of, whatever they purchase. And that person introduces somebody else, you're going to get 2% of the amount that they purchase. Again, not paid in coin, it's paid in Bitcoin or Ethereum. So if someone purchases $1,000 worth of the Mass coin with actual Bitcoin itself, then you're getting your commission paid in Bitcoin. If they spend that $1,000 in Ethereum as an example, you get your commission paid in Ethereum to your wallet addresses. And you can draw these down. There's a couple of terms in there, that you have to do. You can draw it virtually daily as long as you've got a minimum amount because of the network fees, to draw down. But just so you can see, it's 5%, and it drops to 2%, 2%, 2% for the next 3 levels, then 1% for the next 2, and the last 4, it's 0.5%. So folks, this ICO is so important moving forward. So we've really got to push this, as fast as we can, and refer, this coin, because, it's going to help the strength of the coin's value when it hits the exchanges. The greater the coin value, at the end of the ICO, the greater opportunity, we've got on the exchanges. Although again, that said, the market will set the price. So folks, very, lucrative potential, just on the ICO referral plan. And what some people are doing, they're taking the referral bonuses and buying more coins. So if someone generates $100 as an example, in a referral bonus, they can go and buy more coin with that, should they wish. So folks, just as a disclaimer, because obviously we're talking about potential returns and incomes, just know there are no guarantees of income stated or implied in this presentation, and only potential earnings are indicated. Folks, for people to come on board, within these sort of systems, whether it's mining, trading, investment programs, you can't persuade and don't persuade, people to come on board, promising benefits and getting others to join. You can't do that. Don't be misled that claims of high earnings are easily achieved. I know lots of people are generating, some what I would call high earnings myself. But potential earnings can vary between participants. All investments carry market risk, and members' participation is optional, and they do so at their own risk. And participation in the business model is completely optional, folks. People can just go for the coin or don't do anything. At the end of the day, people will choose what they want to do. Just know at the time of this recording, the Mass business plan is correct at the time of this recording, but can be subject to change by the company. So folks, the time to get started is now. So get back with the person who's introduced you to MassCryp. If you've got some questions, get them answered. If you need their referral link, get their referral link so you can come on board, whether you want to, purchase your mining pack, and you can refer that should you wish. You don't even have to, refer, people to the mining pack to earn the mining income. You can just let that mine away for you and get the mining income. Or, also the ICO folks, if you can get a separate link, referral link, if you just want to purchase the coins. So you go to the person who's introduced you, make sure you get the correct referral links, and then get started on Mass, folks. Again, you'll never know how it's going to go in the future. And for me, I didn't want to regret something that I didn't do. So imagine that, those people who knew about Bitcoin years ago and didn't do anything with it. They're probably kicking themselves. So folks, hope you enjoyed this presentation. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.